Okay, thank you everybody for being here. This is our second speech of the semester. So my topic will be on marijuana today. Okay, so we've heard a lot about marijuana and how there's a push to legalize it today. Many states already legalized it for either recreational use or medical use to some extent. As a millennial in age group, I wanted to study and focus my speech on it today. So according to a Pew Research study, 71% of millennials think marijuana should be legalized. This is a huge jump from just 21% in 1990. First off, what does data suggest as the effects of marijuana on cognitive performance? A study in neurology into the effects of marijuana on cognitive functioning found that as dosage increased, performance on tests for executive motor functioning, psychomotor speed, memory, and dexterity all decreased. The article mentioned that this was a linear decrease as dosage increased. It also found that duration smoke only affected one of the tests, suggesting that it isn't duration, but how much you smoke. My second point formed from a question. If there is a reduction in performance, shouldn't that be reflected physically in the brain? I decided to find out. Tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, in marijuana is known to attach itself to cannabinoid receptors in the brain and to mess with the process of how your nervous system sends and receives messages. It gives you the effect of a high by throwing your neurons off balance and slowing communication in the system. I have some pictures here of two. They're the same ones. You guys could just look at them. They're scans of the brain. A research team from the Human Neuropsychopharmacology Group conducted a study as to how marijuana physically affected the brain. Their study involved a word game with 16 people who were heavy pot smokers along with who were not pot smokers. These were heavy pot smokers who had smoked it for years. However, as part of the test, they had to refrain from smoking for a month before the test. The scans, as you can see, shows that there was a reduced amount of activity in the hippocampus, which is involved in a person's memory. This lines up with what we had already looked at in the performance test and would help to explain why the results in the test were lower as the dosage increased. This, however, might show that the effects are more permanent, as the users did refrain from smoking for a month before the test. At the same time, according to Medical Daily, marijuana has also been found to flood the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, affecting the nerve cells, which shows that it could help people forget bad memories as well. There was another study published by Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in the United States of America to see if marijuana decreased gray matter in the brain. They explained that THC specifically bonds to cannabinoid 1 receptors in the brain, which are spread out in different regions in the brain. They pointed to a study that found that there was a reduced amount of gray matter around these specific areas of the brain, and set out to see how altered the brain was and how this might affect a person downward. They found through scans that there was a significant reduction in orbitocortex gray matter density in marijuana users. This part of the brain is involved in the reward system, and the article mentioned that this would most likely affect addictions, making it harder and harder for the marijuana user to be satisfied. Interestingly, the scans also showed a higher amount of brain connectivity. The article points out that this could be from other parts of the brain chipping in for the lack of activity in the orbitofrontal cortex. They said that this would also lead to a higher amount of glucose necessary to power the brain, as it would be operating more to compensate for the reduction in gray matter. Finally, I wanted to look at how marijuana impacted health, for I'd heard both good things and bad things, and I decided to check it out. So, according to the American Psychological Association, cannabidol, a chemical in cannabis, can be used to effectively treat pain, muscle spasms, seizures, nausea, and more. However, THC, which we talked about earlier, can have detrimental effects to the nervous system, altering the form of the brain, decreasing activity in the hippocampus, messing with your decision-making processes, etc. So it would be a trade-off. The American Lung Association cautions against smoking marijuana as well. Cigarettes have been known to cause cancer through smoking. And the association claims that the combustion of materials in marijuana contain many of the same chemicals as cigarettes, including known carcinogens. It points to the process of smoking it, not to other forms of taking it, however. So in conclusion, this is a complex issue. Marijuana is already widely smoked and supported among the people today. But I think it's important that we stay informed. I think it's a responsibility we all have to be informed in our conversations and discussions about this issue for the well-being of everyone. So that's it.
I'm really hungry now.